Hi, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion where I get my name and authority. Today, I'm reading from the 27th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the 24th chapter of the book of Zion. This is part 7 of general reading. So I'm going to take up where I left off. Luckily for us, these weavers already exist. My niece got married at a Renaissance fair. Weavers worked ancient looms and sold beautiful homespun cloth and clothes, so our textile guild already exists in a loose form. We have the means to take control of our vital needs if we so choose. All we truly lack is the will to organize and actualize our desired outcome. We have the means to know how to provide for our basic needs. We either already have skills or can learn those skills here and now. Until now, we haven't known who we are or what we are. Now, in order to ensure the best future for our young, we must find the will to become our own masters. Even as we must change our minds before we can break a bad habit, we must start our social revolution from our local places, our local people. All change begins locally. In order to change reality, you need only change one thing about it. Change is a single act. You change one thing at a time. Even a domino chain falls one tile at a time. Change one aspect of a thing, and it changes the entire thing forever. Zionite people are scattered throughout the entire population. Each family has at least one. Every village, town, or city has a hidden population of Zionites. These people already have a black market and infrastructure of social order. They gather in small friendship groups that overlap. Each Zionite interacts with one or more from the local groups, intertwining the groups into a loose affiliation. These small groups provide some protection from the state, but with no organization, all groups are very vulnerable and variable. On the day that these friendship groups organize into a political unit, the state uh, will see to it to be in a position to wage its so-called war anymore, which is in reality a war waged against them, those small groups of people. The day we stand united is the day we win the war on drugs. And that is because every person in the local group will, from then on, safeguard all others. No more narcs to point fingers. No more allowing illegal cop actions like unconstitutional search warrants issued ad hoc by judges who disregard the Bill of Rights. No action perpetuated to the use of drugs is valid by the Bill of Rights. When we stand together to prevent violations of our rights, those violations will end. So it is our civic duty to stand between the corrupt police and their acts of violence. Nonviolent protests and becoming human shields will prevent the authorities from doing further violations. It will force through peaceful means the issues that condone those violations of our innate constitutional rights in the first place. So the next time you hear about a bust or see one going down, stop, disrupt, voice your right to defend your fellow citizens, and especially if they're killing black men. Tell the pigs with badges who are violating the Constitution and that they should cease and desist this illegal action. Imagine the looks on their faces. If we want to end the war on drugs, we have to act. If we want to end police brutality, we have to act, and we are. By doing nonviolent civil disobedience, we make a clear stand, a righteous stand for true freedom and true justice for all Americans and Greys the world over. We must act now. We must enter the now and win the battle from the very place it comes from. We decide by our actions or lack thereof what will happen in the physical world. So we must choose our actions wisely in order to safeguard our future. By acting in accordance with the laws of the land, the Bill of Rights in America, for example, we are denying our enemies the right to do so. We take the high moral ground. Our enemies are left with the that facts that do not justify their actions. We use truth, law, and order to justify our rights, and by doing so, denying our enemies their unlawful actions and ability to do so. When drug users stand together in nonviolent protest of each known violation of our rights, we will be heard. Society will have no choice but to enter the debate. We are, by our actions, we create. Our protest of violation of constitutional law will create a means for us to gain the right to use drugs. We must stand together and declare to all, we are good, we are peaceful, and we have the right to choose. As things are now, we Zionites feel as though we are powerless in the face of the police actions. But that's an illusion. We are gray. We are a minority group. We are a unique form of American. We can become what we are in prophecy, a people, a nationality. We are unique, but we are not powerless. I have read that 2 out of 5 people use drugs in one form or another. That would qualify them as Zionite. Well, that's not the majority by any means. Or is it? When you look closer at these other 3, well, they are far less united than we too, because of statistics. You see, those 3 are probably, on at least one level, enemies. In religion, i.e., a Hebrew-based religion within an Oriental religion, and one doesn't believe, and the other one doesn't believe in anything. In politics, one is tribal, the other is third world, and one is a liberal that hates conservatives. Economically, one is rich, one's middle class, and one is poor. The 2 Zionites can belong to any combination of these subsets and still be a Zionite, united in the face of the other 3, who have nothing in common at all. So we 2 Zionites, who seem to be the minority, are in reality a majority, because they know how to cooperate. So we are powerful. We're only powerless until we act. If we act as one united, organized unit, set up to not fail before the start, before that first visible act is taken, then we cannot fail. But we first must organize. For the people of Zion, that means throwing a party. But not a party. We must be what the prophecy makes us. If we use it, as I have, then we follow God 3's plan. We celebrate our unique form of Sabbath. We get together at sundown on Friday, and we have a feast with song, dance, and drugs, which we dedicate to the God 3, the God of Israel. We use the Sabbath to realize our identity. We party, therefore we pray. Our party is a unique ritual that is our unique creation. It comes from our joy of life. It unites us in solidarity, expressed in music. If you want to see us as we truly are, go to a party. Feel the music, listen to the voices present, not the words, but the sound as they merge. This sound is the vibrations of our emotions in the field of energy we create in our transcendent state. We enter this transcendent state when we prepare for the party. We anticipate the heightened energy of numbers. We feel good vibrations when we think about the party. This heightens our senses and elevates our frequencies. Our souls hum. By the time we get to the party, we are already spiritually aligned with the energies of all others present. This unites us. I have always been able to feel the sacred nature of the party. I can sense the energy around me. When we party, we open our energy fields and intertwine on an internal level. This unites our individual energies into a unified whole. We become one. Our bodies become aligned to the music we play. Our mood becomes single. We act as a wave. Events at a party seem to ripple through the partygoers without physical evidence. We act as one. We ensure each other's needs are met and that everyone is enjoying the party. Fights are few and far between. The fight is seen as a form of release, not as a sin. Our We share our emotional connection through that fight, releasing our own pit up emotions. Then we fix the damage and encourage the return to joy and unity. As you wander through the party, you find the small friendship groups and mingling with each other. Conversations rule the ritual space. Here is where we share our thoughts and create ideas that can become our future. Here is where we dream our tomorrows. My Temple of Zion was just such a party place. Over time, the atmosphere within the temple became sacred. The members could feel their negative energy dissipate as they entered the door of the temple. No violence was allowed, and that included words of violence. It was a sacred space. The energy of the party was conducive to peace and innovation. The government of Zion was created by the conversations of the temple in the atmosphere of the party. And it is this mentality of the party that defines us. We are a people who believes that life is too long to not enjoy. Hospitality is the order of the day. Everyone who comes in contact with is seen as family. Unity is the desired. Unity does. We are one. We all have our differences, but they don't separate us. They enhance us. But we are one here in this time space, in this party. The party is sacred. It is who we are as a people. And that's not a bad thing. We see ourselves as free spirits. We define ourselves in terms of good times. All that we do to get us to the party. And that isn't about the drugs. It's about the gathering, the people coming together just for fun. We are a hardworking people who live to play. And we love to gather together to play. We like to share. The party is about sharing. And that's where I'm going to end for the day. So, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you well from harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Know that I love you. Stay happy and I, everybody. Love you. Later. I'll never say goodbye.